Hey guys, welcome back to SEADOGS Can Fly. This is episode 36, season 7, and what a season it's turning out to be. If you'd have asked me at the start of the year what I thought we could achieve, in all honesty I'd have just said hold our own, get in the top half and see if we can maybe make Europe again next season. So to sit third on the 31st of March is absolutely insane. We're only 4 points off top. We have 3 games in hand over Liverpool. Very tough running coming up towards the end of the season. Hence why today's 2 live com games are going to be massive. We're at home to Everton before we play Chelsea, who are in 4th, away from home. Big episode coming up, guys. So let's roll the intro and get into it.
12 years in that division and they're out.
Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button if you're new around here. That way you get to see new episodes as and when they go live. We've got lots of guides on the channel now. And give us a thumbs up if you enjoy it. That would be much appreciated. So, what has put us third in the table? Well, we left off beating Norwich and Fulham in the last episode. We followed that up with a 1-1 draw away from home to West Ham. Really tough game there. Watford in the cup next. This was 5-2. Scintillating football. Dylan Munro saved us, in all honesty. We went a couple of goals down. Dylan Munro, the hero, with a hat-trick. But Andrea Agassia as well managed a goal in the 73rd and 76th minute. Great to see the young Romanian getting on the score sheet there. We followed this up with a victory over Wolves, 2-0 away from home. This was notable for Georges Grasso's 20 seconds to get on the score sheet. Fantastic little finish. Bristol City, we beat them 4-2. Patrick Cook scored the most stunning goal to get us into the game. He also scored a penalty, Grasso scoring, and Dylan Munro as well. So that was a really good away victory there. We were using Concerto as well, so quite an offensive tactic. We then came up against Start in a friendly because there was a bit of a gap between games before we played Trabzonspor, beating them 3-1 away from home. We dominated this game, 32 shots, 15 on target. Yusuga and Alvarado played reasonably well, but Munro getting on the score sheet yet again. Bournemouth were dispatched easily, 4-0 at home. Belkayat managed his first hat-trick for the club at the age of 16. Great to see. Munro scoring yet again before Trabzonspor were beaten 7-1 at home. What a performance. Christian Palm started. He was fantastic with a hat-trick. Gary Bowden opened the scoring with an amazing goal in the 31st minute. Dylan Munro came off the bench to score. Matthew Wardle got in on the act and Agassia scored in the 91st minute. The Romanian again was a class act. He got an assist and 1 goal and a 9.3 average rating. We had 30 shots, 17 of which were on target. Tons of clear-cut chances and we ripped the Turkish team to shreds. We then went and lost to Tottenham at home, 1-0. Really tough match, bit disappointed, but in all honesty we could do without the FA Cup. We were in so many other competitions. The congestion at the end of the season is going to be a nightmare to deal with anyway. We beat Brighton 3-2. Wardle getting on the score sheet twice and Munro once. That was a much easier victory than it maybe looks on the score sheet. We didn't have anywhere near enough of our shots hit the target, but at least we came away victors in that one. We then went and drew 1-1 with AC Milan in the second knockout round, but this game was a nightmare. AC Milan had 1 shot on target. Edouard scored with it. Really frustrating. 19 shots for ourselves, 10 on target. We dominated the game. We just did not perform very well at all. Tottenham again in the league this time. We drew with them 0-0 away from home. To be honest, it was a bad performance by us. We only had 3 shots on target. Really struggled using the 4-5-1, the 3 amigos. But Tottenham are a difficult side for us to come up against. I think they could be one of the bogey teams. And then we finished off with this European beauty. AC Milan, second leg to reach the quarterfinals. We had to at least better their away goals scored or win the game. AC Milan were pegged back by Agassia on the 10th minute before Stark scored. We then ended up conceding for Bergwijn, so we were behind, but we came back, Patrick Gutt and Palm scoring to put us 3-2 ahead. The game was all wrapped up before Bergwijn got a consolation goal on the 94th minute. Massive result there. This went to show that the three amigos really can turn up on the big stage, and we deserved this game. 3 clear-cut chances, 2 half chances. AC Milan only had 2 half chances all game. We were by far the better team, and that puts us through to the quarter-final where we'll face Sevilla. That game's coming up after we've been live today, but what you're here to watch is Everton at home and Chelsea away. These 2 live-com games are going to be huge because Everton at home is a must-win match. The likes of Crystal Palace, that'll be a must-win match away from home against Newcastle, because when we've got teams like Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, City away, Leicester at home, Liverpool away, Man United away, looking at that league table, we really do need to get some results in those easier matches. Right, boys, first live-com game of the episode. Massive game. We're 4 points behind the leaders Liverpool with 3 games in hand. Everton are in decent form. We're in inconsistent form, really. We've won the only game between the 2 clubs. We'll be fielding our 4-2-4 concerto. Everton should be playing with quite a balanced mentality, tiki-taka style. Their main danger man is Koeman. 10 goals this season. He's got cracking long shot ability, real threat, very fast. Vidal's not bad in behind either, quite quick, and again another good finisher. So they've definitely got goals in this team. We're going to have to be careful of what they can do on the break. We're playing Monroe and Palm up front. Palm has been very frustrating, missing a lot of clear-cut chances this season. He should have scored a lot more than he has. That's why he's not been preferred, and I think a lot of it's down to his speed. He's only got 13 for pace and acceleration. Alvarado's preferred on the left, cutting inside due to injury issues. Grasso is the main man anyway, from the right wing, cutting inside. Mariba's going to be the advanced playmaker, and we're going to be using Luan as the box-to-box midfielder. The main reason we're having to play those guys is because Anderley Agasea cannot play today, neither can Yusuga. They are both injured. In all reality, if we can't get a result here at home against Everton, yes, they're 7th, but if we can't get a result, that is going to massively impact what happens with the title race. I personally think with the games we've got coming up at the end of the season, this has to be won. We cannot fail to get 3 points here. As Malay, the left back, comes forward and completely wastes the opportunity, but presses well. Brignone, the centre back, to Mariba, who crosses over the top to Grasso, the star man. Crosses the ball. Alvarado can't finish. Pickford, good save. Zeffi brings the ball forward, the young Italian, to Mariba. Oh, great ball over the top to Palm, who again misses another great opportunity, but thankfully Alvarado finds Dylan Monroe for his 30th of the season. We're up and running, 1-0 up, 15 minutes, come on SEADOGS. Well, we're down to the 35th minute, guys. Not an awful lot happened. We are 1-0 up. Everton have had very few chances. They've only had 2 shots on target, and looks like we're going to finish the half with a throw-in. Nearly scored there. Monroe skies it though. Should have hit the back of the net. Going into half-time, and I'm not going to do an awful lot. I'm going to challenge the lads to go out there and prove a point though, because really we've not been good enough. We are at home, and I'm expecting a result from this. We really do need to get our foot on the accelerator going into this back third of the season. Grasso blocked. Alvarado, fantastic goal. He's not the best with his long shots, but sometimes he can pick them out. Alonso Alvarado, what a strike. Mariba with the assist. It's nice to see him getting involved, even though it was only a short pass. But look at this for a finish. Boom, pick that one out, lad. Well done. We're on the 47th minute. We're now 2-0 up. It's great response to the half-time team talk. And talking of response, Malay has been put in down the left wing. I'm not sure who made that pass, but that was a beauty of a pick out. I think that was probably Mariba actually, so he's doing really well from that advanced playmaker role. Pickford with the goal kick, tries to go long, but it's picked up by Alvarado, and Palm's in behind. Chance for redemption, and he takes it. 3-0, that's only his 9th goal of the season. In fairness to him, he has had a lot of opportunities off the bench and very few starting, just because of his speed and the fact that he's been missing those opportunities. But it's good to see him get on the score sheet there. We're going to make a few changes, like I say. I'm going to have Grasso off for sure, so I think we're going to have Bowden on up front, so I can do that switch. And the last change is probably actually going to be Luan. No, it's going to be Mariba. Let's give Mariba a rest, and we're going to get Tezar on the pitch. The game's all wrapped up, so we'll give the young 18-year-old a chance in the advanced playmaker role. Palm to Brignone to Mallet. Mallet with a right-footed chip over the top. Beautiful pass. Palm can't score, but Luan can. That is how you do it. It's a good tackle from Drama there, which led the ball loosely to Luan. Look at this here. Mallet with his right foot. He's actually left-footed, so fantastic pass that. Great tackle from Drama, but Luan, great finish. He doesn't score many, it's only his second, but the kid is starting to come into his own. Alvarado with the cross. Nothing's really come of those corner kicks from him today. But just as I say that, Luan gets an assist for Tanguy Mallet to score a very rare goal. It's only his second of the season from left back. Lovely little finish from the Frenchman. Bit of a Mallet in the middle, but we will take that. What a performance. 31 shots, 14 shots on target, 4 clear-cut chances, 4 half chances. That now puts us 1 point behind Liverpool with 2 games in hand. We've also got a game in hand over Man United, who are just behind us. So if we can get anything out of that match against Chelsea, which you're about to watch in just a second, this season could be a proper dramatic end. Right, boys, in getting ready for the big game against Chelsea, I just realised I didn't mention Zabe has left the club. It was right at the end of the January transfer window, so you guys didn't get to see it. But we had an offer come in from Athletic Club for 26.5 million. It was way too good to turn down, so I've let him go. And I've replaced him with Diego Pisani. Not the most ideal signing, in all honesty. We had to pay quite a bit of money for him. I'm not a fan of his work rate. His technique is a little bit low. Got a lot of work to do, in all honesty, as well as his off the ball movement for the sort of role I want to play him in. But 19.5 million, it's still a good profit. So I felt like it was worth getting the deal done. The final LiveCon game of today is going to be against Chelsea. We are away from home. We're really going to struggle here. Chelsea should be playing 4-2-3-1. We've played them twice in a head-to-head. We beat them last season in the FA Cup semi-final, and we beat them at home this season using the 4-5-1. The Three Amigos. Now, they were playing a similar team then, with Itarson and Carrera on the wings and Martinez up front. Real dangerous team. Bishop as the attacking midfielder is going to be a threat as well. I feel like them being at Stamford Bridge is going to be a massive advantage. We're going to struggle there. I can't see us coming away with anything from the game, but we'll give that our best shot. I'm going to stick with the main back four. Of course, Pisani is going to have to come in. Lejeau's back in goal. De Jong is going to play the half-back role, so he's got a really important role within the game. Luan's going to play deep line playmaker. I felt like he was doing reasonably well in the last game. Mariba's going to play advanced playmaker again. Played well against Everton. Alvarado cutting in from the left side, purely due to injuries, in all honesty. And Grasso, of course, the main man from the right wing, with Munro up top on his own. So what you didn't see as well off camera is that Manchester United and Liverpool both won their games, which were between us pressing continue. So that puts us back down to third. We're only a point behind the leaders, so it is all to play for. And after this match, there's only going to be 7 left. It's really going to go down to the wire. We've got some huge games coming up against really, really big teams. So getting results against teams like Chelsea away from home here could be make or break for if we could possibly challenge for the title. Well, it looks like we had quite a good start, in fairness, and we almost got a goal there from a corner, deflected wide by Bishop. Back in with another corner though. Alvarado again swings the ball in, well dealt with. Mason Mount launches the counter-attack, and we've got a lot of bodies forward, but Mallet dealt with the opportunity. And Chelsea now have another highlight hanging over the free kick. There's a big delay here, which would suggest to me that he's going to hit the back of the net. And nearly does. Great save from Lejeau in the end. Well, we've almost survived the first half, guys. 3 shots for Chelsea, all of which were on target. To be fair, we've held our own. We have held our own. The defensive job has definitely worked so far. Have I spoke too soon? Mason Mount with the ball in. Yes, I have. Correa scored. 1-0 to Chelsea. That is frustrating. If we could have got into half-time, we might have had a chance in this game, but I have a feeling we may collapse now. The good thing with the Three Amigos is the fact that it is very good defensively. You get a lot of bodies behind the ball. Yes, you give up a lot of possession and then you hit teams hard on the counter, but I do find it works reasonably well in these away games. I just think Chelsea have got too much for us. It's proving the case, to be honest, at the moment. Just started the second half and they're already at it as Mount is in behind. Well dealt with by Mallet. Ball over top to Munro. This is the sort of opportunity we can get. He's outnumbered, and that proves to be the case. Ramos to James. Bit of a high press here. Well done by Alvarado, but he can't come away with the ball. Inside to Benacer, to Ramos. Chips the ball wide to Correa, who's going to cut inside. Brings it forward to Mount, and that's dealt with by Pisani. Grasso's going over the top to Monroe's onside, and the Scottish striker can't score. That was a very good chance. Clear-cut opportunity missed. Well, we've not very long left in the game at all. I'm going to leave Monroe on just for a little bit. Instead of bringing him off, we're actually going to have Usuga on for Grasso, and Alvarado's coming off for Argesea. We're going to leave that for now. I want one more substitution up my sleeve. Right, boys, we now have 20 minutes left. This is the time to make the last switch, and it's going to be Bowden. Gary Bowden's coming on. He's got 17 acceleration, and he's got 16 for finishing. Decent composure and good flair. So I'm hoping we can maybe pick him out over the top, and that's what Mariba's trying to do, but he's nowhere to be seen. Well dealt with by James. Pisani, headers clear to Usuga, the substitute. Cuts inside nicely. This kid can really run with the ball. Donnarumma, easy save. Getting excited over nothing. Usuga though, with the cross from the corner. Bastoni deals with it. Correa could launch a counter-attack for the London team. And nothing comes of it. Malé sweeps up. Luan, the deep line playmaker, to Mariba. Argesea, the Romanian. Back to Luan, the Brazilian. Mariba, out wide. Malé. Gonna get a cross in, is he? Yes, he is. Luan. Mariba. Wide. We're down to 10 minutes, guys. That's all we've got left to get something from this game. Usuga. Almost intercepted, but keeps hold of the ball. Mariba gives it away, though. And Chelsea tried to launch a counter-attack there, but Pisani came flying in with a cracking last-ditch challenge. De Jong back to the goalkeeper, Lejeune. Bignone to Lejeune again. Delorney out wide. Pisani. Pisani's going to launch a counter-attack here. Suga. Crosses. Bowden can't do anything. Bollocks. Well, we've come close, boys. We have come close. Usuga with the corner. We might have another opportunity here. Luan to Mariba. Usuga. Pisani. Goes long to Malé, the Frenchman. Can't find Argesea, but he picks up the pieces anyway. All the way back to the Italian. De Jong. Luan. Pisani. Go on, Pisani. Get it in. Go on. James dealt with. Chelsea are dealing with everything we're throwing at them, mate. They've done really well today. We struggled, to be honest, to create, but it's nice to know we've been able to be competitive in such a tough fixture. And Usuga's cutting inside. That was an awful shot, though. Absolutely awful. Right, we've not got long. We have not got long left, guys. So we're going to hit early crosses and shoot on. Actually, no, we're not going to hit early crosses. We're going to shoot on sight. And to be honest, I think actually shoot on sight is all we should really be doing here. I think telling them to do anything else is just going to end up wasting any opportunities we do have. Got literally minutes remaining. One last opportunity is this. Mariba. Crosses. Bowden. Is it allowed? I don't believe it. It's been disallowed. Offside. Just offside. That is a shame. Well, we come away with a loss, guys. To be honest, probably the better team. We certainly played the better football, had more chances, but that puts us 4 points off the pace now with a couple of games in hand over Liverpool. So we have it all to do. If we're going to come out with anything this season trophy-wise, we've either got to do it in the Europa League or we're going to have to do it in these remaining fixtures, of which, look at what we've got. Crystal Palace is winnable. Then Newcastle away is a very tough game. Arsenal at home is a winnable fixture, but then we've got Man City away, Leicester at home, they're a bogey team for us, Liverpool away, and Man United at home. So it could all come down to those last two fixtures right there. We may even come back for the Europa League quarter-final, second leg, and the Newcastle game, possibly, but we'll see. Certainly somewhere around here. It's hotting up, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm hoping we're not going to choke this and we're going to at least go down to the wire. Stick with me to find out if we do. I will see you in the next episode. Of course, subscribe, hit that bell button if you haven't done so already. That way you get to see new episodes as and when they go live. And if you enjoy this episode, give us a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. Thank you, chaps. See you in a bit.